There you are. We got an anonymous tip that Laura was in some sort of danger inside her home. We've surrounded the perimeter and so far no movement from either inside or outside of the house. We're about to open the door to make sure everyone is all right. Hello? Laura? This is Sergeant Mayfair from the FLPD. I need you to open the door now. Laura? Get this door open now! I want to be in there yesterday! Damn it, she's not here. No sign of a break-in or a struggle anywhere. Clothes are still here, so no sign of escape either. It's like she never even came home today. Let's widen the perimeter and start searching for Laura. And be warned, she may be armed.
This is Charlie Storm, coming to you live from Miss Laura Dreger's house, where the scene is intense, to say the least. Moments ago, officers of the FLPD charged in and are now searching her home. So far, officials have found nothing. Residents in the area are asked to be advised and to contact the local police department with any information. With all of this happening in a matter of moments, one begs the question, is Laura Dreger the Fort Luthero hacker? Sergeant Mayfair, what did you see inside?
No comment.
Is Laura your prime suspect? Is this related to the recent serial killings? Sergeant!
Yet again, he's always on the scene. Come on, detective. Let's start searching for Laura. I really hope she's okay. So, how'd the interview go? Was Vixie everything everyone's saying she is? Polite? I would have guessed angry. She welcomed you and then gave you the lead on Laura? Wait, hold on. Are you saying she actually knew something was gonna happen with Laura? I doubt she told you how. Did she say anything else? She knows about the confession letter? Again, my best guess is she knows exactly who wrote that note. And with her in jail, it made perfect sense to her. I went through all the different phone records, emails, etc. I didn't find anything that had to do with that note, if there even was a response from Bruce. Vixie mentioned something about a young heartbreak. Maybe Bruce's death was too much for him to handle, so they lashed out. Especially whenever they saw those 3 other players making nice only after he's gone. Maybe it is Laura. I mean, think about it. She finds out these 3 guys are being friendly to the Farrentos in order to boost their careers. So she finds them at their hotels after the party let out and killed them all while they slept. But why would she lay them on the football field after that? Maybe because she wasn't the original killer, but did it so it would look like it was the original to throw us all off. And now she's suddenly gone missing? That can't be a coincidence. Whether this is by her design or she was taken, we're obviously getting close to something good. Maybe we should go check on the others around the neighborhood while we're out. There's Sadie and Sam's house. Maybe they've seen her. No response. Oh wait, the door's open. Hello, Sam? It's Sergeant Mayfer. Oh my god!
Oh my god,
Sergeant
I'm so
Mayfer.
sorry. I thought the door was locked.
What the hell are you two doing?
It's not what it looks like.
Oh, shut up, Sam. It's over. How could you not lock the door?
You were the one who walked in after me.
Are you two serious? How long has this been going on?
16 years.
Are you insane? There's a murderer running rampant. You think this is the best time? We're looking for Laura. Have either of you heard from her?
No. No. We haven't. We've been here all day.
Did Bruce ever catch you?
What?
16 years. You two were together when Bruce was alive. Did he ever catch you two? I can understand. You two getting hot and heavy, passion's taking over and you just can't help it, right? Next thing you know, Bruce sees you and threatens to tell Sadie. That wouldn't have ended well for you two, now would it?
Are you insinuating that
You would
we
have not only gotten fired, you would have been a social outcast, someone too afraid to face their own shame.
Enough! Bruce never knew about this. No one does. Not even Sadie. We've been extremely careful since the beginning. We were the ones who filed the complaint with Child Services. We talked to him and Vixie about staying with either of us for as long as they wanted.
We knew what was going on in that house. We wanted them to be safe.
If either of you hear from Laura, call me. "16 years, can you believe it? You think you'd know people in this town. I guess everyone's got something to hide around here. Though, small towns have a way of finding out even the best kept secrets." It also got me thinking, if the person didn't kill him on the field, just where was it done? There's gotta be some kind of clue we're missing. Obviously it wasn't on the field, and we never did find the original murder location. That's what the defense team really dug into. Where did they actually die?
Hello, Detective. It's Jason. Listen, I need to talk to you. I saw the news and I know where Laura is.
So, Jason, just where is Laura?
Well, good evening to you too, Sergeant. Laura's at my place. She showed up a few hours ago completely frantic. She heard about the interview happening today and headed over to my house to talk about it. The next thing she knows, her front door is being knocked down by a battering ram on TV, with Charlie starting to whip everyone into a frenzy about her being the suspect.
At this rate, every single person in this town is a suspect, Jason, even you. Why didn't she just call us after the news story broke?
She was panicking. After 15 years, someone is visiting the person who took her high school sweetheart away from her, and it's Charlie of all people. I'd be frightened too. She got herself all worked up about it, then passed out from exhaustion. She's sleeping on my couch at the moment. What the hell happened?
We received a tip that obviously ended up to be false, and we responded accordingly. I'll call off the squads only when Laura is actually confirmed to be back in her own home. For now, what did you and Laura talk about when she arrived?
We talked about Bruce. She was telling me about the letter she found in his notebook all those years ago. That confession or something? Now it seems strange to think that it was someone other than Vixie who wrote it. Look, I knew Bruce like my own brother. He would never have done something like this to Laura. He was always the good kid, you know? Laura was going to confront him about the note, but that day never came.
Did you know about the note?
I didn't know what it said until Laura told me last night, but I do remember him finding it in his gym bag. He seemed really worried and took off right after. I remember Bruce had always received little notes from the other girls in school, but he'd always laughed it off and moved on, but not this time.
And you failed to mention this before because...
No one mentioned the note during the trial. I honestly completely forgot about it until Laura brought it to me after Vixie's sentencing. We figured it must have been from her, considering how obsessive it sounded.
This just in, the Fort Luthero PD is hard at work replacing the door at Miss Dreger's house after it was caved in by police searching the house on an anonymous tip, which later turned out to be false. So far, there is no word on if police have found anything, but are currently on the search for Miss Dreger, who, according to sources, vanished from her home hours before the police showed up due to a letter she received in the mail.
Have Laura stop by the precinct before heading home tomorrow morning. And if she's that worried about Charlie seeing her, I'd suggest she wakes up early. Someone called that tip in, and that person was trying to distract us for something. But what? Come on. Let's get going back to the precinct. We've got some paperwork to file, and I've got an angry boss to console.
What do you mean? Laura wasn't even missing.
All I can say, Chief, is Jason called us last night saying Laura was at his house for a few hours when they saw the news report of us on scene.
A fake tip, huh? You two find anything else in the meantime?
Nothing that jumped out at us is strange. We called all the potential suspects on the list, and they all responded. I've got Laura coming in at any moment to discuss what's happening, if she received a call or something.
Looks like she just arrived. Listen, you two. Something very strange is happening with this case. I don't know if it's because we're getting closer to the truth, but please be careful. I don't want either of you to be on Charlie's next news story. Speaking of, how was the interview? She actually tipped you off about Laura. What did she actually say? The first love, the first heartbreak. It makes sense why we thought Laura, but maybe there's something else. It sounds like Vixie knows exactly who we're looking for. But because of everything she's been through, it makes sense she'd make us work extra hard for it. Looks like she's got a few regular visitors from now on. You two will have to go back and figure out what else she has to tell us.
But, sir, there's no way she...
Oh, I know. But if I showed up there, it would cause mass confusion about her state of imprisonment. So figure something out and keep me updated. Dismissed?
Yes, sir. Well, well. Looks like you and Vixie are going to be getting better acquainted. Laura, thanks so much for stopping by. I wanted to apologize in person about the state of your front door. Our crew is currently working on replacing it. In the meantime, I need you to tell me exactly what happened before you went to Jason's.
Thank you for replacing the door. And I understand why everyone's in such a frenzy to figure out who did what. Just before I went over to Jason's, I got a letter in the mail from an anonymous person, basically telling me that it's all my fault everything is happening. Here, I brought it for you two. I figured it's why you called me in.
Thanks, Laura. And sorry again about all the confusion. I'm just glad you're alright.
I loved Bruce Sargent. I'd never do anything like this. I'm not a criminal.
We'll let you know if anything happens. Please keep your phone charged at all times from now on. And when you get home, please do a search of your house. Let me know if anything is missing, even the smallest of things.
I will. Thank you.
This copycat's getting more tricky by the minute. Looks like we'll have to make a quick stop over to the Fort Luthero Female Penitentiary.